on the right side of two of those. To be able to, something like that, get that pressure, and be on the other end of it. How big of a boost was that?
Well, I think it's a great response, right? You go out there, and obviously it didn't go our way. We had that happen to us. We come out and we do the exact opposite. And so I think Coach Riddle did a hell of a job. I think the special team staff did a great job. I think the players came out and responded. That's probably that is what I'm proud of, to see our team step up. When we didn't do well, and we can point fingers and do all that, or we can come out there and we can respond and come up with an answer and figure out how we can go out there and try to make something happen. They presented opportunities for us to go out there and hopefully block a punt. They had a bad snap. We blocked one. They put us in good field position. I don't remember all the results of what happened on the two of them, but that is how you want to see your team respond. And the way we played tonight, I'm proud of our team. There's certainly things we got to work on. It wasn't perfect, but it's been a long time since we won here. And we've seen the GIF and the video and all those things like that, and you play it over and over, right? And the only way to change that is to come out here and actually play. And our guys did, and they showed up from a week of getting better with our, just ourselves and worried about what we had to do, and then getting prepared for Wyoming, and then coming out here and probably the score. I know they had the one at the end. We weren't as great in the second half as we wanted to be. We gave up a big play, but really defensively, we did a really good job. That was a good performance. We have to get better. Offensively, we need to finish and play 4 quarters. Special teams, we can keep improving. In the return game, we had too many penalties. That was one thing that stood out too. So, there's some good, and there's also things that are questionable. You can go back and say, we'll look at it, decide if it was a penalty or not, but it was in the game, so it can't be changed. And to me, that's what we have to go back, review, get ready for another conference opponent, and try to go 1-0 again. But to come in here and to play after the game that we lost, and to play the way we did, and to play against a team like this, I'm proud of our guys.
Brett did say he was warming up down there in almost the exact same spot when the safety happened, and he said he thought of it, and it was a bad memory, but he said, I'm a different player than 2 years ago at that moment. Just to see him, and we ask about him every game, but to have another 300-plus yard game and to do what he did tonight, given what happened here 2 years ago, what does that say about him?
I love that. He said that to me out there. There's no secrets. That's something we've talked about. It's not one of those we're going to forget about it. It happened. It's over. They won the game. They did a really good job. And you go back, and as a competitor, you want to remember that. You want to try to go back out there and recreate something better. And he did that tonight. He threw the ball well. He took some hits tonight. He showed tremendous toughness. He made good decisions. I thought we were a little sluggish in the run game, and that should have helped us. But the way he played again, very proud of him. Proud of our wide receivers. There were some spectacular catches that were made tonight, and we do not practice those. That's from those guys, just playing with confidence and making those type of plays. But sometimes when you play against the type of secondaries that we play against, you're not just getting these wide open shots. I know we had a couple big plays where we did, and there was a couple great catches they had to make too. So not to take anything from Wyoming, our guys, they went out there and they played fast outside, and we got some good one-on-ones. We got some good underneath throws, and then we had some penalties that got us into some longer situations. We didn't run the ball effectively enough until the end. That was nice to be able to run the ball, finish a game like that, kind of get into a little bit of a rhythm, and that was what we needed. We need that going into the next games and kind of having that mentality early on.
What can you say about Bryan's growth this year? Just the growth.
Who's that?
Brent's.
Brett's growth, yeah. Well, we've kind of talked about it. We're 4 games in, and Brett's a guy that I've said it all along. He prepares a certain way, and he's very focused. He's very intentional about what he does, and I think it shows up on the field. He's as consistent week to week as I've been around, and in the game it carries over. What he does in practice is what he does in games, and we're seeing better competition, obviously, but he's playing at a high level and he's playing fast. And what I like is he understands the situations. It's nice for Coach Hill and Brett as they're putting the plan together, and then as it flows in the game, just being locked into, if he calls a play, hey, we're trying to get this, but if this happens, be smart with it, and if we got a punt, that's okay too.
Defensively, other than the one long run to start the third quarter, you guys were able to really kind of hold them in check, and you had some sacks, and obviously did a pretty good job of limiting them. Defensively, what'd you think?
Yeah, really the only they had the one catch, I know that. They had the run early on. That's not how we wanted to start the second half. And that's probably an area we didn't come out really either side, in my opinion, in the second half to play the way we want to. And that's just a standard. That's really nothing to do with the scoreboard, anything like that. It's really a standard of how we want to play. I mean, we should be lights out in the second half because we should make adjustments and we should come out fast and ready to play, and we didn't do that. Now, credit to them, they did a good job too. They made adjustments, and that's what teams do, and they did a nice job early on. Other than that, I thought we pressured the quarterback. I thought we got after him. Not only, we didn't sack him every single time, but he did have to move. We moved the coverage around in the back end to cause some confusion. And then we did a pretty good job against the run game. And that was one thing I thought we tackled. If you looked at it, I'm sure we go back, there'll be some things that we want to improve. But we tackled pretty well tonight. And we tackled aggressively. We got guys down on the ground. That showed up. Special teams, it showed up on defense, and that needs to continue. That's an important factor in what we're trying to accomplish.
On third down, I mean, you were excellent on third down on offense. You know, you were able to.
What were we?
I think 10 of 16, something like that. It was better than 50%.
Some of them were long
11
too.
to 20, so better than 50%. And then they were 2 of 11. And then your ability to get them off the field, and then you were able to stay on the field.
Yeah, well, those situations, right? That's really what you try to master, and we were able to do a pretty good job. We would like to be better than that even. I thought tonight we could have been better in our third downs because we had some manageable ones too. They weren't all long, and so when you have the manageable ones, the expectation is to get that. If it's 3rd and 12, something like that, those are more difficult to get. Defense was great. We got them into third down situations where they got to throw it. I think we were ready for the run if they were going to do that, but then we pressured the quarterback. I don't know if we got a few sacks on those third downs too.
We had 5 sacks.
Was it 5 sacks? I don't know how many came on the third downs, but I know the quarterback was moving. And the scrambles and he hit a couple of receivers, but they were short. They had a punt, and then they went for it towards the end there in 4th down, and we were able to get that.
Being able to start conference play on the right foot, how important is that?
It's huge. We all have a goal, and you can't get to your goal unless you win each and every week. And so it's really that simple. More importantly, though, I think not only winning the first game and getting started right, but coming in on the road again, playing a team like Wyoming, where we didn't win the last time we were here. Just there was a lot of things. There was a lot of challenges for us going into this game, and to see how our team would come out and execute, and how they'd come out just mentally ready to play. They did a good job. I also think our team understands, at least to our standard, there's a lot of things in there too that we want to be better at. Winning is great. It never gets old. You know, we've done the alternative, right? This is something that we came to accomplish. However, there's a standard that we want to reach within our play, and I think we can learn from this game, apply it, and as long as we do that, if we'll keep that same mentality that when we lost, all these little things were important, now we won, all these little things are still important, then we'll carry that over into the next game, and we'll have a chance to be competitive, and hopefully we win.
I know you don't like talking about injuries, but David didn't play, but he played in the last game. Do you have some sort of setback? Or?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I just, tonight, nothing, again, like I told you guys on injuries, just wasn't feeling it tonight. I don't know anything else really to say about that. And, when it's, we have to, as coaches, you got to be smart sometimes. I mean, guys can go out there and play. You got to make these decisions whether you're going to put a guy out there. And you also make based off how the other guys have practiced too. We have guys that can play. And I thought Chase Hatada, I thought guys in the D-line played well tonight. So, you have to look at that, and I think we do a really good job of just saying, a guy has to go. I mean, you can put yourself in all these scenarios. Could he go in this situation? Well, yeah, but at the same time, is that the right thing and the best thing for us to do? And we just felt like tonight it wasn't. He warmed up, he came out. I mean, he practiced all week, and it's not one of those things. We're not trying to hide anything. It's just, it is what it is. It was game day and game time decision, and that's what we decided.